Lawrence, we see that Trump is stepping back from some of his positions. Will he step back on the... I mean, he's obviously got within his administration people who are serious climate science deniers.
Yes,
but will he step back from it as he stepped back from other things?
Well, he doesn't have any views. He just says whatever the heck he's thinking about. I mean, to suggest there's some reason behind anything he says is to assume so much more to the man. No, I mean, there was a great article in the New York Times saying, you know, that felt it was an insult to 4-year-olds when people compared Trump to 4-year-olds. And it wasn't just funny because 4-year-olds are curious, they're intellectually curious, they're playful, they experiment, they want to know more about the world, and he doesn't do any of that. So I think that you are seeing right now, I think the one area where there's great consistency because he has surrounded himself with, he doesn't care, but he's surrounded himself with people who care nothing about the environment, who basically have legislated or worked against legislation on the environment. And as far as climate change is concerned, make him afraid. Goebbels said it. Democracy, dictatorship, doesn't matter. You want people to do what you want them to do, make them afraid.
On the issue of climate change, it is still right up there for a certain cohort, but for great masses of Australians, that has fallen way down the scale.
It's funny. I mean, I guess I hear that cohort because people complain to me all the time about what's going to happen to the Great Barrier Reef when they waste $1 billion on coal. And you had a prime minister who once, I mean, Trump said some stupid things, but this guy said it's a shame for future generations to leave that coal in the ground, which is exactly the opposite. It's a shame for future generations to take that coal out of the ground. I don't know if I'm allowed to use those words. I personally think Pence is an evil, I use the word that starts with a P, it ends with a K. I'd rather have him than a lunatic. I'd rather have an evil creep than a lunatic. That's my own feeling.
Nikki, what do you think?
It's exactly that. We have this view that it's a huge threat for most Americans, even in almost every country, the likelihood of being killed by a terrorist. You're more likely to be killed by a refrigerator in the United States falling on you.
Oh, come on, we're not going to believe that one. Oh, wait a minute. See, look at that. Oh, jeez, Krauss is right. God, what a freaking genius.
Now, I'll bring in our other panelists. I mean, I suppose if you're a young black American, you're more likely to be killed by a policeman.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't young.
I'm going to leave it there because we're going to go a bit deeper. We've got lots of questions we want to get to.